It's January 16th, 2024. So I want to talk to Justin about the situation. Um, Basically, these are, I think this type of socialism, this was going on like early 2000s, like from 2000 up till about, I'd say maybe 2012, 2013. This type of socialism was going on. Um, but it's a developed type of consciousness, the socialism. Yeah, and then I remember when I had my child, um, they had there were just systems in place to help to reduce poverty in children. That's all it was. So the parents would be able to raise their children up with less stress. That was the point of it. So Justin, you cannot put yourself in competition with a poor person when you had wealth. You can't say that that was your struggle when it wasn't your struggle. You know, Justin, you stole blood money. You need to return it back to me. I'm not gonna stop stressing you. You stole blood money. You're not innocent, Justin. Everything that you talked about is not consistent with your own thought patterns. You know what I mean? Jumping in and out of other people's consciousness, that's madness. So the point is that you weren't a part of my team. You weren't a part of it. You weren't a part of that generation that had to walk through the struggles, and you weren't a part of that. Just yeah, trying to gain power through illusions, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. No, those things don't make sense. Somebody trying to gain power through an illusion and a lie that they created. In the end, that's a racket, isn't it? In the end, that has to fall, doesn't it? Yeah. There's nothing. There's nothing like. There's nothing you can prove, Justin, that proves that was your records. That wasn't. There's nothing you can prove. I don't believe. I don't approve Justin because my like I said before, I'm 10 years older than him, and my children are 10 years younger. So it's like Justin trying to play out the middle. That doesn't make any sense. With a mother's life, that makes no sense. It's a scam. Justin trying to take music to a place where he was underdeveloped. That's basically what it is. Eh? Oh, Justin, I'm really concerned about this because these are the type of people they are. They have drug addictions, and then they want to claim power over people. You can't listen to drug addicts. You can't believe anything to be the truth out of a drug addict. So I need him out of my life because I don't want to be associated with someone like that. I just need to return the money that you took from me and go off in your merry way. Yeah. I guess you would call this civil harassment, wouldn't you? Yeah, I guess so. You can't like shift your reality. I think that's crazy. Eh? You can't shift your reality. God, all I can say is God's not in that, man. God's not in those type of behaviors. God's not in that. That's all satanic stuff. God's not in it. God's just not in it. All that negative energy and psychosis. God's not in it. Yeah, it's not it. God's not in that at all. Yeah, because he's trying to steal my work using Neptune magic. Eh? Justin, go away. People, life is already hard enough as it is. People already have to go through enough struggles as it is. Survival is my struggle as it is. While you sitting around in the lap of luxury, you need to return back my money. You want to sit up in the lap of luxury and you want rights to stalk me? What kind of crazy? That's not life. That's sickness. Oh, let's see what she's doing now. That means I'm the celebrity, Justin. Don't you realize that? I'm the celebrity. Oh, you know what's the other thing I didn't approve of? I didn't approve how he went and married Haley. Now, you married Haley, right? So that's the only perspective you should have been focusing on. You yourself as an individual and your wife's perspective. Your wife does modeling. Where did all that other crap come from, Justin? All those other weird random discussions come from. It came from me. You can't do that. Haley's not even from Canada. You can't do those things in this life. You married that chick, and that's who you need to focus on. And don't worry about what I'm doing. Trying to feed that whatever you want to call it with my blood. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Haley. Please get real. Both of the both the same couple. They're not real people. They're not a real couple. All I can say is that you guys are very negative people, and it was actually the other way around. You know, that was a tactic that he decided to use. Well, let's lie and say that she's a negative person so we can take her good energies because they know well for a fact that they're not good people. Justin, you know that. You watch the videos, you see the stink looks that Haley, the stink looks on Haley's face. She knows she's no good, and Justin, you know you're no good too. They know they're not good. So we need people to like us. So let's steal someone's persona. Well, that black girl, she seems kind of pleasant. She seems kind of sweet. Let's take her persona. Let's use her. Just delusional and full of drugs. You could never stay in your right mind. You will never accept reality, Justin. Those people will never accept reality. They'll never accept life. Eh? I just cannot accept what was done, and neither can God. God can't accept these people, what they do to blacks. I mean, it's reached its all time low because it's 2024. Yes, we're in the age of technology, but it was God meant it's supposed to be in a way to uplift, humanity. Justin went way down to the pits, man. Justin took it real deep down. He dug too deep with his racism. But in actuality, when you think about it, he actually doesn't really make much sense. It's just a whole bunch of confusion. I think his intention was confusion. It really doesn't make that much sense. For you to put down a person and then dig into her life and then you want to cover yourself and say that you're that person, what does that make you? That means you don't exist, Justin. It's actually the other way around. I actually exist. You just have to just scratch off Justin's face and just put my face over everything, and everything's good, right? They wanted to use this white kid to play a grown black woman's story. Like, that's real. You guys got what went really low, really really low. God cannot acknowledge that. God can't. You know, God cannot acknowledge these things that these people do because it's very crooked, very very crooked, very devious. Eh? Ridiculous, man. They just want to keep hoarding in other people's money to achieve what? God has to give it back. God has to give it. You have to give it back. That's all I have to say. Because everyone thinks differently. I think differently. You know. No, I understand. I understand why someone would do that. Like I said, like these kids are remedial. Justin, it's people like you, Justin, why the millennials don't have money. And it's people like you why millennials don't own things. It's people like you. I don't think you realize that. Back in the day, in my era, like even early 2000s, people owned things. My generation, they owned homes and stuff. You millennial kids, no. Because you're stealing too much and hacking too much. God can't honor that. You millennial kids have to get the short end of the stick because you guys are you're not dealing with your own ancestry. You want to just run into anything and anything, but trying to claim other people's properties and stuff. That's sick. That's sick. God did not ordain that. God ordained a certain house for a certain blood, and it's for a certain reason. You can't be sitting up in other people's house being all delusional. Hey Justin, you sitting up in my house being delusional? Yeah, right. So fake. One thing the fact that like he actually wanted to put himself on a pedestal close to Michael Jackson. Are you nuts, Justin? Are you crazy? You did this to me and you on a pedestal beside Michael Jackson? I don't know who did that, but no, you didn't earn that title. Someone who refuses to acknowledge their own biblical truth. You want to stand beside Michael Jackson. That can't happen. That can't work. You don't even want to claim the tribe you came from. You don't talk about those things, eh?